Is this mic working? It is. Kelvin, do you want to test your mic?
Can you hear me? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see the bar going off. They should be able to hear you.
Yep.
Let's bring them on in 3, 2, 1.
All right. Good morning, guys. Happy Sunday. I'm going to take you through a really cool session today. So I'm going to run you through a bit of a warm-up to start with. We're just going to start with a bit of a hip flexor stretch because I've got some fun things to go through with you today. So what we're going to do is get the top of the foot up onto a box or your couch or a chair. We're going to drop this back knee down to the floor. We're going to hold this top position here for a minute on each side, okay?
Okay. You know, when you said Sunday, I feel like some people need that because for me, sometimes it's like, what day is it?
Yeah.
Because at the moment, I've lost sense of like what day it is.
Well, for, I guess, those quarantining and not working, it's going to be hard to remember where you're up to.
Yeah, it's like when you're on a holiday and you just forget the actual what day you are.
And what time you should be waking up or if you should breathe.
Or, I was going to say, oh yeah, it's like, oh, it's the weekend. Well, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing at the moment.
Yeah, for most people. Hope everyone's not being affected too much from this COVID-19. Obviously, our gym delivery is a little different now, but you can get a lot out of that still. All right, we're going to change sides here, guys. This music's so relaxing, Gary.
It's nice, right?
Mm. How did everyone pull up from last week's little session? Was anyone enjoying that? Any feedback? All right, we're now going to release this one, guys. From here, we're going to start warming up. So we're just going to begin with 20 air squats. We're driving those knees out, keeping the chest up. We're going to make sure our heels and toes stay down. Arms up, and then we recover back to that lockout, okay? So as we squat down, hips travel back, knees travel out, tracking over the toes, and then we come back up to that lockout up top. All right, 20 of these. You're probably going to notice a theme. I love my 20 rep squats, so we'll definitely be doing these in our warm-ups. All right. Following that, we're going to get down for some glute bridges, okay? So we're just laying down onto our back. We're going to bring those heels in nice and close so we can almost reach them from our fingertips. Drive the hips up nice and high, extending the hip. Lower down, tag the floor, and then fire back up into that lockout position. And really try and squeeze that butt as you do this, otherwise Gary will come and squeeze it for you.
Damn straight.
All right, when you've done 20 of those, we're going to do a hamstring foam roller curl. So we're going to bring this foam roller under the knees here. We're going to perform a glute bridge in the same manner, and then we just pull and push through the heels like that. Gets away from you a bit sometimes. All right, once you've done 20 of those, release. You're probably going to feel like your hamstrings want to cramp a little bit there, but it gets better. We're now going to perform some ring rows or Australian pull-ups just to warm up that upper back. So we're just going to lean right back. We're going to squeeze shoulder blades together. We're going to pull chest to the rings and back down. Okay, so you can do that either on the rings or over on one of these horizontal bars. Just leaning back, squeeze the chest and back down. So whatever equipment you have access to, could even do Matt's little sheet in the door trick. I love that, Matt, very good work. So lean back, squeeze. Oh, hey Christy, good morning.
She's up for more workouts. Just finished Matt's class, Matt HJ's class.
So 15 of these, guys. All right. We're now going to perform 10 inchworms, okay? So starting over here, we're going to start with our feet flat, legs straight. We're going to walk those hands out in front, hit a push-up, then walk our feet back up to our hands. Say hi to Finn for me, Christy. So we're just trying to keep those legs straight as we walk back in so we get a really nice stretch down on those hamstrings, guys. All right, and then one more round through all of this. So driving those knees out, squatting down, recover back up to that lockout. I lost my my visuals. Shout out to Matthew Harvey for thanks for the follow.
I know, he shared the stream.
Oh, thanks for the share. He also gave me this job, so very appreciative of that. Good morning, Bill. All right, next back onto these glutes bridges. 20 reps, driving the hips up high, lower down. Right, we need that foam roller again. We're going to get this down under the heels, hips high, and then pull, push, pull, push. Like I said, it kind of gets away from you, so we'll hit those 20. Back onto our ring rows for 15 reps. And then finally, 10 more inchworms. So again, starting with those legs straight, hands on the floor. We're just gonna walk those hands out in front, hit a nice big push-up, and then bring those feet back up to your hands. Should be feeling nice and warm after this, guys. If not, quick 5K. All right, warm out, done. So I'm going to show you guys an app that I need you to use, or something similar, just to help you with your timings. So this is called SmartWOD Timer. We're actually going to use this for some of our things for today, okay? So what we're going to do is a 10-minute EMOM. So I'll click EMOM here. All right, every 1 minute for 10 minutes. Okay, start timer. Now I'm going to take you through everything we're doing, and then we'll get that started.
Download today.
Sorry?
Download today.
Yeah, I don't get commissions. All right, so with our 10-minute EMOM, guys, we're going to be alternating between 2 different movements. So on the odd minute, we're going to do 5 candlesticks. This is going to entail us using a vertical pole. You could use your table, you could use your patio or something like this, okay? So all we're going to do is with straight arms, grab the post like this. We're going to pull using our lats, just like if you're doing a toes bar or a knee raise, pushing down with the lats. We're going to lift the legs and extend up, lock back down to the back, and then come back down to the flat ground. So I'm just going to move my legs so I can get away from this pole. All right, so again, push down on that pole, legs up in the air, get as vertical as possible, lower back down and heels to floor. The whole time, I want you guys squeezing those feet together tight, getting nice activation through the hamstrings and glutes so that we don't get loose and relax, okay? We're then going to, once we've done 5 candlesticks in that minute, rest the remaining time. From here, we're going to do some plyometric push-ups. So there's no plates left in this gym, so I'm going to do it to the head of a dumbbell. You could use like road maps or any sort of thick book or bricks as an alternative. If you have weight plates at home, use those also. So with this, all we're going to do is lower down, hit a push-up, bring your hands up onto an elevated surface, and back down to the middle. Now, if you need to scale that back, you can still do this, but from the knees. This, of course, is reducing the loading over that shoulder, but still allowing you to get some nice explosive movement, okay? It's very difficult, but it's going to allow you to at least still hit that explosive pressing power. So, we're now going to use this app, and we'll get started. So this is just 10 minutes of work. When you're ready, you'll come up, you'll just hit play. Gives you a 10-second countdown, and it beats you in. And let's go. So we're starting with those 5 candlesticks to begin. and then you'll rest that remaining time. So your app here will tell you when you're halfway, and it also gives you a bit of a visual. So you've got a circle. As it slowly comes around and connects, next minute begins, okay? Nice and easy. Smart word time, I get it. Also, for our gear today, we pretty much only need a backpack, okay? Plyo push-ups. And then we rest that remaining time again. It's too hot in this gym.
Chrissy says, what if you're going to break your shoulders doing the plyometric?
What can you do to stop breaking your shoulders?
Guess so.
Oh, EMOMs are great. Monique. So if that's the case, just don't do plyometric, do slow control reps for those 10s again. Sean, this is a strength and conditioning class. Oh, the app is called Smart WOD Timer. Smart WOD Timer. It's very good. Oh, nearly tripped. So we're trying to get as vertical as possible here, like a candlestick. And we're using our lats to initiate that movement, okay? We're not just kicking our legs up, we're pulling with the lats to start elevating the hips. Oh, it's all good. And it keeps going halfway there, halfway there, halfway there. Yeah, Monique, if it's a bit much doing the plyometric, even just doing a deficit push-up with a little bit of control, like this, and then push up from the knees, that's still going to build up some massive shoulder strength, okay? It's extremely effective. All right, here we go. It's cool to see you guys all commenting. Shout out to Leanne, shout out to Monique, Karina, Sean, thanks for tuning in. And Christy. So who's a fan of push-ups? Me neither. So again, trying to get as vertical as possible, squeezing those glutes, pointing the toes up high in the air. Oh, is Kelsey tuning in? Good morning, Kelsey. Welcome to class. Have you met the whole crew yet, Gary? Like all of these people?
Quite a few. Not everyone though.
You're going to jump into a class?
Just via this. I might have to one day.
Yeah, boy, that'll be good. Oh man, like I said, you want to be very precise when using dumbbells. At least on a book, you're not going to hit your hand on the side and collapse a little bit. They're not the most sturdy objects, but they'll make do. Is that the GT I know, Christy, from the old 6100? I can only read the comments, not who's actually watching. Oh, good morning, GT. So doing these, you should really feel your core start to work, especially as you lower down. If you slow that eccentric portion down, that lowering down, you're gonna really feel this fire up, okay? So nice to get your lats working as well. All right, so we have just 2 more rounds, 1 of each. How's everyone going at home? I definitely need to practice push-ups more.
Type.
Sorry?
Might not being too tired to type.
Yeah. No one can lift their arms after plyo push-ups. All right, 10 more seconds, guys. All right, last set of push-ups coming up in 35 seconds. It's not enough rest.
Halfway there.
How's everyone finding this so far? I'll give you guys a couple minutes rest before we start the next piece following this. We've had a few likes. Shout out to Sean and Jenny. All right, EMOM done. So tired. All right. Guys, give yourselves 2 minutes or so, grab some water. When we get back, we're going to get into some pulling. So as an alternative, if you have rings or you could wrap a towel in the door as Matt showed you guys, we'll go through what we're going to do next, okay? Enjoy your rest.
Seconds. 10 seconds.
All right, welcome back, guys. So we're going to do a bit of a heavy light contrast sort of work today. We're going to do some wave loading sets with pull-ups, okay? So how this works is we're going to do 1 strict pull-up and then 6 strict pull-ups, but we're going to make the intensity of that set of 6 easier than the 1. We're then going to go heavier on a single, and then we're going to do a slightly heavier than the last 6, but lighter than the single, so we'll do a heavier set of 6. Then we do another heavier single, and then another set of 6, but you're going to be adjusting weights. You go up, down a little bit, up, down a little bit, up, down a little bit, like this, okay? Now, I'm going to go through the alternatives first, and then we can actually set up for our full pull-ups. So for those of you who maybe have access to a pull-up bar at home and bands or something, feel free to follow along and do this exactly as is at home. If not, if you have access to bands or even a lower bar, we can do Australian pull-ups in the same manner, but still alternating between difficult and easier reps, okay? So, for example, if I'm doing my heavy hard single from the Australian pull-up bar, what I might be wanting to do is actually elevate my feet, and then from here, I'll squeeze shoulder blades together, pull to the chest, and back down. So that's going to be quite difficult. Then I'll simply just take my feet down to the floor and hit my easier set of 6 following that, okay? Now, in the circumstance where maybe you do have 1 strict pull-up, but then you need a band assistance for that set of 6, we'll hang from the bar. We're going to just squeeze shoulder blades down, pull that chin above, then back down to full lockout, okay? We'll hit 1, then you get about 30 seconds rest to a minute. We're then going to place our foot into that band. I'll just have you cross that leg over just to secure that band on, and then we're just going to hit that set of 6 with some assistance there, okay? So what this does is at the end, when you're hitting that last heavy single, and then a slightly heavier 6, your 1 single rep is actually making that set of 6 feel lighter because you've overloaded it. This is how it's going to work, okay? I'm going to do my first rep with a 8-kilo dumbbell, my set of 1, and then we'll have 30 seconds, and then I'll go for 6 at body weight. So with a dumbbell, you can place it between your legs. If you have access to a plate, you can do the same. You can actually use a backpack, okay? This is my magic piece of equipment. So this could also be how you do your pull-ups. I'll actually do my first single with a backpack so you guys can see anything is possible. All right, so I'm starting in that full deadlock hang. Chin above, back down to that full extension at the bottom. I'm then going to take my 30 seconds rest. I should have started the clock. That's right. All right, cool. There you go. My next set, I'm going to do 6 pull-ups at full body weight, okay? So I'm not going to have that band assistance or any overload. All I'm going to do is body weight. The next time, I'm going to go to a heavier dumbbell because the backpack wasn't as heavy as, say, that dumbbell will be. I hit my single, and then I might try and do my next set of pull-ups with, say, a 2-kilo dumbbell when it's 6 reps, okay? All right. And then we rest again. So if those of you saw Matt's online video yesterday, you can get a sheet and tie a knot in it. You place that knot behind your door and you close the door. Then you'll actually hang from the sheet, pull to the chest and back down. Similar to if you were using rings, but it just makes it accessible at home to anyone. I hope most of you have bed sheets. If not, we'll sort you out. We'll make a GoFundMe page. All right, so the next single rep I'm going to do, I'm going to place this dumbbell between the thighs, just like that, okay? This is now allowing me to do that slightly heavier rep. So just because this bar's a little low, I'm just going to have to be bending the legs. All right. and back down to that full extension. We're then going to take another set of rest. So that single felt easy in comparison to the set of 6 because it was only 1 rep, but it's much heavier. Now when I go down to my next set of 6, I'm going to do this with just a 2 kilo dumbbell, so it's going to feel a lot lighter and help me get through those 6 with that little bit of external load. This is a great way to get strong, guys. It's a bit of a shock method. You get the volume and the strength at the same time. So I think you'll really enjoy it. Is anyone else watching I can't see?
No, I can't really tell who's watching.
Right.
Not on Facebook, at least.
Where's Angela? There's no thrusters today. You should be on it. All right, so we're now going to take this dumbbell, guys. I'm going to place that between the thighs. We're going to have that slightly increased workload, okay? So again, if you're doing this with the Australian pull-up bars or rings, you just elevate your feet for that difficult rep. You bring those feet down when you're not doing it and you're doing the 6, okay? So now we're going for those 6. It gets hard fast, man. Another rest, and then we're going on to our heavy single, followed by our 6 lighter reps again. So this last heavy single of today is generally going to be around a weight that's quite difficult for that 1 rep. So if you had access to plates, you're pretty unlimited in how much you can add, and you can use a dip belt to do so. These things are a great investment. We used it last week. All you need to do is wrap it around the hips, hang your weight through the chain, latch it onto itself, and you're good to go. Definitely a worthwhile investment if you're trying to get stronger at your gymnastics. Does anybody have a pull-up bar set up at home? I'll be interested to hear what everyone's got. All right, so we get onto our heavy single now. So this is the last heavy single rep for the day. Of course, use as much weight as you can handle for this last rep. Even if you get very close to making it but you fail short, that's okay, because what we're trying to do is really overload that rep, okay? So again, squeezing that dumbbell in, we're going to take a big strong pull. Let's get that chin above and back down to full extension. All right, we're going to take another little bit of rest, about 30 seconds to a minute, and then I'll hit that last set of 6 reps, okay? You love a pull-up, Gary? I think I'm going to need more than this 15 seconds. Arms are toast.
We'll do another 30.
Ah, my boy. What are you guys all watching from? Mostly Facebook or YouTube, Twitch? It's real cool. Still doesn't feel like enough rest. All right, I'm gonna grab this 4 kilo dumbbell next. I'm gonna hit my last set of 6. Now, I may actually fail on this, that's okay. Oh, hey Christy, thanks for following on Facebook. So I may even fail on this, but that's okay, because like I said, this is our last heavy overload set. We are trying to really push that weight now, okay? So, going for another set of 6. I don't think I've got that 6 in me. Twitch, good job, Matt. All right, so I didn't quite get that 6-1, But that's all right. It was still good to get a nice set of 5 in with that external load there. Haven't been able to get much pull-ups in since this whole COVID-19 ordeal, and I'm sure you guys are in the same boat. Shout out to Yasmin Baxter, who's just followed. All right, guys, take another little rest or 2 minutes, and then we'll go through our conditioning, okay? So how this is gonna work, we need that smart WOD timer again, and I'll show you how to set this up for that. Let's do it, guys. All right, guys, so I'm gonna show you how this timer works now for this next piece, all right? We're gonna come down to the option of Tabata. Bam. We want to go 3 rounds, okay? 3. We want to do 3 minutes work. Oh, a bit far. So come down to 3 minutes, okay? And we want 1 minute rest, okay? A bit far again. There we go, 1 minute rest. So 3 rounds, 3 minutes work, 1 minute rest, okay? We're gonna go start timer, and then when we're ready, we'll click play, okay? I'm gonna take you through the technique of what we're doing first, but now our timer's set up. If you don't have that, just have a running clock for 12 minutes, and you'll actually work till the 3 minute mark. Then you'll rest for 1 minute, and then you'll repeat 2 times. Now, I'm gonna take you through Turkish get-ups. Now, most people are gonna have a backpack they can use for this. All right, so this is actually what I'm going to use to demonstrate. Of course, you can use dumbbells or something as an alternative. I'll go through that as well. We're going to hold our bag by the straps, all right? We're going to place it in the hand so that it hangs over, and then we're going to make sure that whenever that arm is locked, we're staring at the elbow to make sure that it's not ever unlocking. We don't want to be holding a weight like this and potentially hitting our head with it. We want to be locked out. Now with the backpack, it can be a little awkward because the handles are long, but if you have a dumbbell or a kettlebell, this works awesome. What we're going to do is lay on the back to start, all right? I'll get back in the shot, I'm a bit far over there, all right? We're going to lock this kettlebell or bag or dumbbell out, okay? We're gonna make sure we're staring at it. We're gonna have the side that is on the elevated arm, that leg's bent, the other leg is out straight. Now this hand, we want out about 30 degrees onto the floor. What I'm going to do from here, I'm going to push through this heel and this hand, and I'm going to pop myself up onto the elbow, okay? So push, now I'm on the elbow. I'm still looking at the bag as I do this. I'm now going to bring my hand where my elbow was situated. I'm still looking up at the bag, making sure that elbow stays locked. I'm now going to do the world's biggest glute bridge, driving my hips high in the air and dragging my extended leg through into this 90-degree lunge, okay? So I now have a tripod position, foot to knee to heel. I'm gonna rotate that knee on the back and then stand up out of that lunge, Still staring up and making sure that elbow remains locked out. I'm now going to lunge back on the same leg. I'm going to rotate 90 degrees and place my hand to the floor. I'm now going to drive that leg back through the leg, back through to extension, sitting my bum back down to the floor. I then lower down to my elbow. I then lower down to my upper back, and I reset. Okay, so that's our Turkish get up. Now, I'm going to show you that with the dumbbell on the opposite arm also, so you can see how it works with different equipment. The great thing about the dumbbell, guys, it's not swinging, whereas the backpack does move a little bit. So this is working in your rotator cuff and your stabilizers in the shoulder. Fantastic for trying to get some more stability in the shoulders, but a little hard to coordinate. So if we're doing it with a dumbbell, exactly the same thing. You're going to start locked out, staring at that dumbbell or the wrist and elbow. We push through the heel and the elbow, popping up into that elbow, okay? Now from this position, I bring this hand to where the elbow was situated. I'm now driving those hips up high in the air and dragging that leg through. I create that 90-degree lunge and stand up to my extension. Still always making sure that elbow is locked out and I'm looking up. I then lower back down into that lunge, rotate the knee 90 degrees, bringing my hand to the floor. I slide my leg back through. I'm now going to bring my elbow down to the ground. I'm going to lower down to my upper back, and then I'm going to release that dumbbell. All right. Now, with our Turkish get-ups, okay, it's really important that we're not putting any external stress on our rotator cuff that is unnecessary. So I don't want you guys just like ripping that weight across like this, because that's a very awkward position. What you can do is actually roll over and drag it back, okay? And then that makes it much easier to get started. Shout out to Tamer77. All right, now what we're going to do, guys, when you have finished with your dumbbell or backpack Turkish get up, we're getting into then 12 goblet squats. So you can hug this backpack up on the chest, squat all the way down and recover back to the top. You could use the dumbbell, exactly the same manner, hugging it up on the chest, keeping the elbows down and locked, and full depth squat and recover back to the top, okay? So whichever item you use as your goblet squat, what we're just trying to do is displace the body slightly. That weight's going to try and pull you forward, so you're actually going to fight it to sit upright, and you're going to have this beautifully upright squat as a result, okay? That's what we're using that front load for. Anything awkward on the stomach is going to force you to sit a little more upright. When we're done with that, we're going to do some good old-fashioned burpees over whatever it is we use for our goblet squat. So I'm using a backpack here, or you can use a dumbbell or whatever it is you want. You're just going to go chest and thighs to floor, jump up to the whole foot or step up, jump sideways over that object. So it'll look like this. Now, if you need an alternative to that, you can step your legs back, down, push back up, and step the feet back in. You can then jump sideways from there, okay? So we're actually still getting that same movement pattern, or you can step. All you're doing is taking out that jumping and jarring feeling, okay? So Christy, just so you can see it, I'll drag this whiteboard in, and then you'll be able to see that text. Oh, there's a moustache there. All right, 3 minutes on, 1 minute off for 12 minutes. You'll do 8 of these Turkish get-ups, 12 goblet squats, and then max burpees in that remaining time over your object, okay? Is that clear? I think that's better. Sorry?
I'll take it away, I'll put it on text.
All right, Gary's gonna upload that and then we can start, okay? I don't want you losing your place, Christy. The Fig 88.
That's right, you can start.
Shout out.
Take it a little bit to put it on there.
Sorry?
Sorry,
Oh, yeah, okay. So with that timer we've just set up, when you press start, it'll give you 3 minutes of work. Now, because we have a set amount of work for the Turkish get-ups and the goblet squats, whatever remaining time you have is how much time you'll be putting into the burpees over that bag. When that timer beeps, we get 1 minute rest, and then we're going to continue on from there for 2 more rounds, okay? So again, I'll show you this timer. All right, so if I go back, you'll be able to see where we were. 3 rounds, 3 minutes work, 1 minute rest, okay? Smart WOD timer. We're just gonna go start. and then we're just going to go play. It's giving us a 10-second countdown, and I'm going to keep this nice and close to the camera so you can hear it when it beeps. So starting with those Turkish get-ups, we push through the elbow and the heel, hand, leg through, rotate, stand. When you're here, you bring your hand to where the elbow was, high hips, leg through, rotate, stand, and recover back to that floor position. That's 2 down. It's actually very hard to talk and count at the same time. Don't know how you pump instructors do it. All right, that's 4 on one side. I'm now going to hit my 4 on the opposite side. Now that backpack displaces your stability a little bit, so it definitely swings your shoulder around, makes you fight to stabilize. It's quite effective. This backpack was $8 from Kmart, and it's the ultimate training buddy. You have to get on it. There you go, guys, halfway. All right, we're now into our splits. 12 reps. And now we're doing max burpees over our bag. Minute rest, guys. Enjoy. Get your water, sip that, and try and get your breath back. So you guys can see this as an alternative. Twenty seconds. So again, guys, we're always staring at that elbow, making sure you're not unlocked. We stand up tall, lunge back, rotate that knee, bring the hands to the floor, slide the leg through, and reset. Always high hips here, drag that leg through, rotate, stand, and recover. So remember, when you're in that bottom position, the side that the arm is elevated, that's the same side as which leg is bent, okay? Now if you're doing this with a dumbbell, we'll hug that dumbbell up onto the chest. Shout out the Fig88, love that comment. Watching this while working out yourself, very good. And rest, guys, enjoy. I'll go back to backpack for this next one. Old Faithful. We're gonna have to do bets as to when this backpack rips. It was Gary's idea, the man.
It's already got some tears in it, doesn't it?
Huh?
It's already got some tears in it.
Yeah, last week's kettlebell swings were not sounding promising.
Oh, that's right.
But it's $8 at Kmart. It's the perfect exercise gear. All right, 15 seconds, guys, and we start our next set. So again, for that setup, this side bent, this side with the backpack or the dumbbell. We push through this heel and this elbow, bring the hand to where the elbow was. High hips, leg through. Rotate, stand. Who loves the Turkish get up, guys? All right, back onto our goblet squats. Go over these. You can pretend you're hugging your loved ones during this coronavirus while squatting with this. Once you've done 12 of those, back onto our burpees. What's up?
The fig says, I'm getting exhausted. He's getting exhausted
Thanks, mate.
just watching you do all the burpees.
I'm getting exhausted knowing you're exhausted. Guys, that is our conditioning. Finished. All right, take 2 minutes, get some water. We'll come back and stretch in a minute. All right, welcome back, guys. So we've now finished our session for the day. We're going to start with a bit of a stretch and just help you guys make sure you recover really well. I just want to say thank you for all of those who have joined and watched today. Shout out to George Hewitt, who just followed as well. All right, how are you, buddy? So what we're going to do, guys, laying on the back, we're going to take one leg up. We're going to then pull this toe down towards the face and hit the hamstrings to begin, okay? We're just going to hold this for about 30 seconds. Now, I'd recommend stretch your hamstrings every time you train just because they get so tight from sitting all day. And especially those of you who have just tripled your Netflix consumption, you're probably going to want to stretch these so they're not in this shortened position all the time, okay? We're going to change sides. Hope everybody enjoyed that workout. For those who played along at home, what was the favorite movement, guys? All right, we're now going to bring this ankle across the knee and pull that knee into the chest. So we stretch these glutes out, guys. So this is called a figure 4 glute stretch. I'm committing the ultimate crime right now wearing Nike shoes and Adidas shorts, so I apologize to all the Slavs out there. Changing sides, guys. What was that photo for? Get one like this. Yes. Imam, yeah boy. All right, sitting up, guys. We're now going to take our knee forward, one leg back. Did you do that whole thing, Leanne? Did you enjoy it? Gary's making me feel very famous right now. I don't know why he's biting his lip though. All right, we're going to change sides, guys. All right, we're now going to hit a lat stretch, okay? So we've just done all those pull-ups. What I want you guys to do is start on all fours like you're a Sphinx cat, okay? From here, we're going to take our right hand across so that our elbow is above the left hand. We're now going to drive that armpit down into the floor. So we get a really big lat stretch here. All right, we're now going to change over and hit the other lat. So again, make sure that hand is below the elbow and you drive that armpit down into the floor. If it's not hurting, it's not right, okay? It's a bit like watching rom-coms. All right, we're now going to take the heel of the palm forwards. We're going to stretch out these forearms a little bit, so just leaning back. So 2 weeks down of these class streams, guys. Has everyone been enjoying it so far? I think Gary has.
I think I have.
He's found his calling. If anybody needs your streaming done for any sort of business, whether it's, streaming a comedy gig or anything like that, get in touch with Gary. He'll sort you out. He's done a great job. All right, guys, let's hit our triceps lastly. So we're just going to pull that elbow right back and try and reach down the back, just like this, okay? I'm so keen for coffee now. How about you guys? I think I'll have to start bringing Gary a coffee in. What do you reckon?
Well, I don't like coffee. I do like tea.
Nah, it's all right.
I don't like the bitter taste.
Huh?
I don't like the bitter taste.
Oh, no, coffee's a sweet taste, man. You just got to let your soul die first.
Might have to try and join in some exercises.
I'd love that.
Did you catch my stream?
Sorry?
Did you catch any of my stream when I DJ'd?
Oh, no, because you posted it late last night, yeah?
No, it was the other night. It was Friday night.
No, I don't know. I get out too much. I was at work. Guys, thank you everybody for joining in today and tuning in. It's real cool that we've been able to put these classes up remotely. So yeah, give Gary a big shout out. Make sure you do. And I hope to see you guys next Sunday as well. Thank you very much.
Cool. Thank you, everyone. And don't forget you can support any of your coaches on Patreon. So I keep forgetting to get the link ready. Let me just get this link ready. So yeah, if you follow this link, you can go there if you want to support your favorite coach, feed them, make them feel good.
That's cool, yeah. Support your coaches, guys. We're trying to support you.
All right, well, thanks for joining in. And yeah, I will catch you tomorrow. See ya.
Goodbye, guys.